To understand today's Torah thought, I'm going to give you a little crash course in Kabbalah. In Kabbalah, it explains that God created the world through various emanations. And these emanations are how he manifests himself in the world and how the chain-like descent of creation from spiritual world after spiritual world finally culminates in this physical world. And there's 10 of these manifestations. They're called sfirot. And they're grouped in various ways. And one of the ways that will be relevant for today is intellect, emotion, and sovereignty. So, with that, this week's Torah portion alludes to the priestly blessing that's given by Aaron, the high priest, to the Jewish people. And this priestly blessing is said by the priests on every holiday. In Israel, it's said more often. Outside of Israel, it's said on the holidays, where they get up to the front and they make the sign with their hands that you've probably seen on Star Trek. It looks like a shin. It's representative of one of God's names, which is spelled Shin Daled Yud. And it is said that the priestly blessing itself elicits the manifestation of God's intellect into the world. And the raising of the hands of the priest lifts up the emotional attributes of God in this world. And finally, the Kohanim, the priests who are blessing the Jewish people, and the Jewish people are called in the Gemara the sons of kings. So therefore that represents kingship, sovereignty, which is the sirah, that attribute of malchut. So collectively, in the priestly blessing, we have represented all the attributes of godliness manifest in this world. Related to that, all of the mitzvot, all of the commandments that are performed in this world, they not only reflect, but also impact the higher spiritual worlds and spiritual energies. Even if you're unaware of the nature and how this influences the spiritual realms, the basic realization that your actions have an effect above is very inspiring. And that's why the Alter Rebbe, the founder of the Chabad movement, he interpreted the saying of the sages in the Mishnah that says, know that which is above you. You should know what's above you. You should know that there's God, right? He interprets that to say, because it says that you should know what is lamala mimcha, what is above from you. So he says, what does that really mean? Know that which is above, the spiritual worlds, all of the manifestations of godliness that are happening in the spiritual realms, mimcha, are from you. You can affect that spiritual existence. And then in turn, that spiritual existence rebounds and comes back and affects our physical world. So the next time you do a mitzvah, next time you do a commandment, you do a good deed, remember that you are having a tremendous impact in the spiritual worlds, and then that is reflecting back down on us and making this world a better and holier place. Shabbat Shalom.